Closer to the time.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Sometimes we always over.
Yeah.
2 minutes is not bad. We getting there. Like,
yeah.
Boom, 4:00. Boom.
All right, everybody relax, calm down.
Central time, of course. East Coast is fine.
Right. All right, so a lot happened today. I watched the Tyre
the funeral.
Yeah, why do I keep thinking Kyrie Irving? his name Tyre.
It's pronounced similar.
Tyre Nichols, a little bit of the funeral.
Did I hear some screaming, singing?
It was a lady singing at the end.
Who was singing? Was anybody famous?
No, I don't know.
I was like, do we
you
have
know
to
more
yell
gospel
and holler at every?
No, it was all right. I was getting a little,
okay?
The Holy Spirit was moving, yeah. Because she was saying just Jesus. Just keep saying Jesus' name over again.
It was another person singing. Was that your TV going? A change is going to come.
What?
Was that you? Your TV?
I don't know.
It's been a long time, but
he was screaming. I didn't like him.
Yes, that's who I heard screaming.
Yeah, I didn't like him. The lady singing, I liked her.
I was like,
but him. And then
he changed it.
Then he changed the song. We like the song the way it is.
Yeah,
he made it gospel.
Time coming.
Yeah, no, he didn't do that. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, no. And you got Vice President Kamala Harris there, and you screaming.
He was changing like the melody of it.
I don't like that.
The thing we like about the song is the way it was originally sung. You can add a little flavor to it, but don't try to change the hum. Yes, and a little tin. Yes. Oh, like the river I've been running
ever since.
It's been a long
time coming,
but I know change gonna come. See, now
I heard some screaming and I lost the melody, and I'm like, is he singing?
It's been a long time. If he would have kept the melody. Yeah, okay, it could fit the move because we know it changed. It's civil rights and marching
with soul and feeling.
Yeah,
and, we going through this. We're gonna make it.
Yeah, he made it more about him.
Yeah,
but the lady, I thought it was good. I was getting a little touch there.
I didn't hear her.
Yeah, about Jesus. She just kept saying Jesus. Oh. See, you don't even have to say nothing else. You just keep saying Jesus. Jesus.
And after so many Jesus, you're like, woohoo! Jesus.
The first time you listen to it, you're like, all right, Jesus,
okay,
Jesus,
we get it.
Jesus.
Okay.
Then after 5 minutes of Jesus, then you start saying, well, let me get into this. They saying Jesus. Then once you start getting into Jesus, it's like, oh, it's over then. You're going to get touched.
Now you're being enlightened.
Because everything is Jesus. That's what makes you see, that's why I started to get.
Can you imagine, and this, I quickly thought of this.
Yeah.
The angels cry, holy, holy.
All day. Maybe that's what it was. Because she kept saying Jesus over and over again. After about 10 minutes of Jesus, it's like
either you
don't have to say nothing else.
You in or you out.
But you don't need any other words.
Wow.
That's the only words you need in that song.
Jesus.
So that's what got me. I was like, everything. Call him in the morning, Jesus. Call him in the night, Jesus. Call him in the midnight hour, Jesus. Call him when you're feeling sad, Jesus. When you're happy, Jesus. Everything. All this. She just kept saying Jesus.
Bad news,
Jesus.
Oh.
We don't know what else to do.
Jesus.
When you're down to your last dime.
Jesus.
When you get blessed in the morning,
jeez.
When you get blessed at night,
jeez.
See,
when you don't understand, and
you don't understand. Jesus. When you have clarity on everything,
Jesus.
And you see what I'm saying?
Yes, that answers everything.
That's what started getting me because she kept saying his name over again.
Okay.
But the other guy, you could have.
I'm just That's what I heard.
No,
like,
you could have kept him out.
You got Kamala and all of these people there. They hear you going. That was about you.
Yeah.
That was the spotlight on you, sir.
Yeah. And then, of course, the pastor had. We'll talk about it later about the funeral because they always do the same thing. Let the family leave.
Yeah.
And then they have to plead. They get up and plead with please, I'm asking y'all to let the family leave. Because it's people who not going to do it.
Oh, my goodness.
So I just thought it was funny.
Oh, wow.
Stop the music. Can we stop for a minute? I'm asking y'all, saints. Can you please let the family leave? It's going to be people not going to leave.
I mean, why do you, I guess, people don't think I need to get out and go to.
Remember at our uncle's funeral, somebody cut me in line, the lady, to get to my dad. No, you talking about something else.
Oh, you talking about
in the building.
Oh, my.
To help my dad go around and think. And I was like, he's okay.
and move my mom out the
Everybody is ridiculous doing funerals.
That's what the lady said this morning.
Well, we'll talk about it later. And then people taking pictures.
She said, we had questions at this workshop we had about burial and be prepared and purchasing your plots and all of that. And she said, we just recently had a fight. They had a fight in the parking lot. We had to call the cops. Wow. People fight and get crazy at funerals.
Oh, yeah.
She said, oh, my goodness. Even when they're sitting there discussing.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of casket.
Yeah. Okay. And in the house, when people are getting ready for like money and things, and remember somebody in our family,
she said it brings the ugly out.
She got mad over the plants.
Yes,
the plants that came from the church.
Who gonna take all the plants?
I need to get all the make sure I get all the plants. I don't want nobody taking. It's like, honey, girlfriend, take the plants. Nobody cares.
And Whoopi was in the actual movie. I don't know what movie that
was.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
She was the wife and his father died.
Yeah.
All
right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So speaking of Whoopi, you starting off with Whoopi. Governor DeSantis.
one of the topics on the show today. It was a pretty good show today. My mom's gonna finish watching it after she hears our show,
The View.
The View. One of the comments they made was, of course, DeSantis with his crazy Governor DeSantis to ban diversity programs in state colleges. One of the ladies said, okay,
what is his mission?
I can flow with you on elementary school and, maybe junior high. You touching colleges. So he made his little comment, and they'll show the video of him talking and what changes are coming.
So on the heels of banning AP African American Studies in the state high schools, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has set his sights on higher education by announcing plans to block state colleges from offering programs on diversity, equity, and inclusion and critical race theory. Here's why he says he's doing it. Let's see the clip.
We don't want students to go through at taxpayer expense and graduate with a degree in zombie studies. And so this is going to make a difference. We are also going to eliminate all DEI and CRT bureaucracies in the state of Florida. No funding, and that will wither on the vine. I think people want to see true academics, and they want to get rid of some of the political window dressing that seems to accompany all this. So that's no longer going to be in the state of Florida, and I think we probably are the first state that's actually leading by example.
Example of what? He says that DEI bureaucracies are a drain on the funding, but when the University of Florida reported their budget to DeSantis, 14% of funding for DEI, $5.3 million, including $3 million from the state, was what he's saying is draining everything.
14, so it's not even that much. That even made true to her comment.
What are they afraid of?
She made a comment at the end of this. She said, my family are Floridians. Her family, her mom, and them, they were from Florida. And she said, they've always been black. She said, and she pointed at the camera, she said, I'm going to let you know now, if majority of the black people come together and vote, and I don't even think she said the
cuss word.
Oh, we don't know that. We cannot say that.
Go ahead.
Because if we continue to hear this rhetoric from this man, he's Terminator 2. He goes beyond Terminator 1. At least Trump,
but somebody's like empowering him.
Lindsey Graham was right. You do know what you get.
So you agree with I said
that? Because DeSantis is really.
I told you that.
But then one of the comments that Sarah made about being inclusive, she said it's almost like the zombie was like a shade thing. Zombie classes. You kind of calling African American studies like zombie classes. Sarah said what inclusivity is to her is, if something's being taught now and you want to extend teachings, like add on, like we're talking about mom and dads, but we know now mom and dads can be mom and dad and dad. She said, don't rewrite, add on, inclusive, include not just mom and dad, but there's also mom and mom, there's dad and dad. She said people want to write away history, calling it inclusivity, and it's not. You're not being inclusive, because inclusive means keep what you have, but add on other ways of thinking about it
All
and
right.
teaching. So they did kind of go into his reasons for doing this. He's trying to reach a base. He's trying to get his name out there like Trump. Alyssa said his name ain't hot like Trump. And he's trying to set fire upon the.
And then he said he the first state to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
Yeah. So
but my thing
this
is,
may burn him.
all right.
Come the
So
thing.
my thing is, what are they afraid of? That's my thing. Like, what are you afraid of? Because I remember, unless they changed it, when I went to college, people could major in basket weaving.
Yeah.
So you don't have a problem with dumb, stupid things that people can
basket weaving.
They've been doing stuff like that.
Yes.
You can major in whatever you want to.
Yeah.
I've seen people again basket weaving. You didn't shut that down. What is he afraid of?
I don't know. And then he would say, on one hand, he's being contradicting. He'll say Asian, Latino, because they even asked Ebony when she came on later on, what is her thoughts on that? And she said, we're not careful. Watch him. Because he's she didn't say racist, but she said he's anti-black.
Yeah.
He's anti-black.
That's what I said.
He's pushing black because he's saying Asian.
What is
Hispanic.
wrong with?
You don't say black.
I'm saying, what is he afraid of?
I don't know.
I think what it is that it's a history in this country, and I think people don't want to. They don't want to go back to history because it reminds them of stuff. It reminds them of things that wasn't bad. I remember, what's his name that was on Star Trek?
Okay.
The Japanese guy.
Oh yeah.
And he used to come on Howard Stern all the time.
Okay.
And he would always say his parents being in the concentration camp in America. And Howard said, you know what? We forget that. America had concentration camps.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
So if you don't talk about it and you kind of write it out of history, people forget your country literally had concentration camps of Japanese people.
Right. I think a lot
in this country.
I don't think it's unfortunate that the fear of whatever he's afraid of, people need to understand. Learning history, even the ugliness of history,
it.
You don't repeat it.
Well, you hope you don't repeat it.
And here's the sad thing:
some
is
people
if you
know
don't
history
know
and they
it,
still repeat it.
Yeah, they do. That's true. Either way, so it's how you respond to that history as well. But learning about the past, hopes in the negative of the past, helps you not to repeat it for the future.
Well,
and you want your kids to go, "Ooh, I don't want to be like that. Ooh, no, we're going to be different. We're going to be different."
Well, let's see what I mean. Nothing. You feel like people gonna say something. I don't feel like they're gonna do anything.
I don't
about
know
it.
that. We don't know that right now.
I said I'm giving my opinion. I don't think they are.
No,
now if they prove me wrong, that's good.
Alyssa feels strongly that they would. It was. She didn't say the people would rise up and speak against him. That wasn't what she said. She said it's going to hurt him when it comes time to run.
All right, well,
because
Lisa,
his base is not,
Lisa says, "Hey, Soror. Hey, Soror.
Hey, what's up?
Ron DeSantis is a crock of SHI. You right." And she said, "My mama didn't vote for him. She probably lives in Florida." Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I see what you're saying.
I don't have any faith.
We don't know. We
we'll
don't know about it. For me, it's not even going to, for me, that's good if that happens. But I do see what Alyssa and Sarah and them were talking about, because they said he's trying to get his name out there like Trump's name.
Right.
And even in the negative with Trump is not going this way with how DeSantis. You're right. Unless
he's a plant. Maybe they're pushing him to go so far till Trump doesn't look so bad. Maybe he's a plant. Maybe the Republicans got together.
Yeah, make Trump look good.
Maybe they got together and said, we don't think he would win as president because there's too many Trumpsters out there that won't vote for him. But if we keep putting him out there like this, he looks so bad that Trump doesn't look as bad anymore. Because in my opinion, as much as I don't like Trump, he's starting to make Trump not look as bad.
I know. Especially when it comes to being diversity.
So it's working.
At least Trump has pardoned some black folks. He has.
We don't even want to talk about that.
We're being funny,
right?
But DeSantis hasn't done anything
Trump
like that.
Trump is so self-absorbed, in my opinion.
It's making him look good either way.
That he wouldn't even care about African American studies.
No, he would.
He would probably support it.
Yes, he would.
He would say, my black friend. I have one black friend, that black guy over there. He thinks it's a good idea.
So I'm gonna go with him because
As
he's
long as-
always got good ideas.
As long as it doesn't cost me any money, go do what you want. If you want, I think you have mummies. You can study mummies if you want to, which they do. You can study polka dot people if you want to. I don't care if the school is paying for it. But that's not DeSantis.
He'll be inclusive for that because it's all about him, though.
And Trump is going to use this against DeSantis. See, now because whatever it is that DeSantis wants, Trump is going to do opposite.
Exactly.
So now that DeSantis is like anti anything African American, Trump is going to be pro African American stuff.
Yeah. Like he went to the black lady's funeral, the sisters.
He didn't even know which one it was.
DeSantis
went, and Trump would say that. On the road, he'll say that. He said, I was at Diamond or Silk. I don't remember which one. I was at her funeral.
Whichever one died. Which one died again?
I can tell you one thing. DeSantis wouldn't have gone to that funeral.
He wouldn't. Yeah, he would say that too.
And if he did go to the funeral, the blacks in the church wouldn't want him there. I was offered chicken. I was offered watermelon. I was offered all the food they like.
Yes.
But if DeSantis would have been there,
they won't let him through the door.
They would have ran him out of the church.
You might be onto something.
Watch.
Because DeSantis better watch himself, because if he is literally the plant to sway people to go, ooh,
Trump not that bad.
Terminator 2 is too bad. We want Terminator 1.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
And which some people wanted Terminator 1.
Yeah. Lindsey Graham made that clear.
I know it with Trump. I know what I'm going to get.
Stupid
man. True.
Hey.
He doesn't want society to possibly progress. He wants to maintain the current social classes. Yep. And she says, and hello. Hey, True. How you doing?
So, that's
Lisa said, Trump going to jail. He'll still run while he in jail, girl.
Let's hope. You're right. Because Joy said yesterday on The View, she don't care if he does go to jail or not. She just don't want him to run.
But he'll still run while he's in jail.
He probably will.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of them.
Okay. So that was a good one, bringing that up.
A letter from George Santos.
Okay.
See, the other one was DeSantis. Now this is DeSantos, Mr. Cross-dresser himself.
Mr. Liar.
I am recusing myself from committees. Also, I am Batman.
Oh, liar, pants on fire.
Now, this guy, when it first came out about him telling all this stuff, remember I said they all lie.
Do not, what does the sign say?
Fake Santos, all that stuff.
Ooh.
When he first came out as lying, and they kept saying there was the things he was lying about, remember I said they all lie, so it's no big deal.
Politicians lie.
But this man, he went on to say his mom passed away in the 9/11. He's cross-dressing. Yes. They found out he has a whole nother identity.
No degree and whatever.
This man is ridiculous. Yeah,
I think.
Did he not think people was gonna find out?
When we ask about psychopathic liars?
Psychopathic liars.
He must be one. Seriously, he may be really thinking and feeling what he says. That's
but
scary.
My thing is, did he not think anybody was not gonna find out?
If they don't feel they're lying, maybe they don't think nobody will find out because they're not lying. They in their heads it's not, or they think it's not a big lie that somebody will go and find me out.
Listen to what he said. In a conversation with my close personal friend and fellow Led Zeppelin bandmate, Kevin McCarthy, we agreed it's in the GOP's best interest that I not sit on any committees for the time being. Why did he have to say fellow Led Zeppelin?
Bandmate.
He's an idiot.
It's something not with him. Marjorie was her
Marjorie
name?
Green is a nut.
And Carrie Lake.
They're crazy.
Sarah Palin. There's something not going right in these late people's minds.
No, they make Sarah Palin look normal now. We thought Sarah Palin was weird.
Yeah, she still is kind of.
Dear America, the country I helped found. What? My name is Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Kidding. It's me. Republican Representative George Santos of New York. This is a congressman.
Yeah, he's
just kidding. Kidding, it's me. It's George Santos.
Maybe he's trying to be funny and he does not stay. He needs to stay in his lane. He's not humorous.
You might remember me from my starring role in the hit NBC television show Frasier. I played the dog. This is real. or from one of my playful aliases, which include Anthony DeVolder, Anthony Zabrowski, Milton Berle, and Fozier Deer or Fozzie Bear. Since being elected president of the universe by my amazing constituents, remember to look up which district I claim I'm representing. Now he's trying to be funny, saying I lie so much. Am I even saying the right one? There has been some unfortunate drama surrounding things I've said and claims I've made about my background. Do you think that do you think...
I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe there's something mentally that snapped in him. I saw an old Law and Order and previous mayor, what's his name, Giuliani? He was on there introducing the
You
new...
mean Giuliani with the hair dye that comes down?
No, this was the same
the original Giuliani. Oh, you went back in the day.
This was some years ago. Law and Order's been on for so many seasons.
Yeah.
And I said, it was a skinnier one, more alert, he's in acting. He was like acting. And I felt like, what happened between when he stopped being mayor and now? Is there something that goes on in their head?
Well, this guy's young. He said, I spoke when they elected me and I plan on serving them in Congress just as I served my country as a member of the SEAL Team 6 during the Clone Wars.
Maybe this didn't come out until later.
That said, the last thing I want to be is a distraction. So as of today, I am recusing myself from the committee assignments my fellow Republicans gave me a couple of weeks ago when they apparently didn't care about the so-called myriad lies I have been accused of telling. Myriad of lies. So my thing is, they didn't care that he was lying. The cross-dressing, I think, took them over the edge.
Why would that matter?
When he was lying,
a lot of them probably do that.
When he lied, they didn't care. They put him on the committee after they found out he said his mom passed away and all that. But when somebody found a picture of him dressed as a woman and a drag queen, and he goes to clubs, and he's a cross-dresser, well, that just set them over the edge.
But for me, that's not the nail in the coffin. To me, that icing on the cake, because what these senators do, male, female, whatever their sexual preferences are, whatever they do in private, that's private. For me, why didn't they stop at the lying? Why did they give?
Because they all lie. That's what I told you.
But no, they don't lie. I'm thinking there's different levels of lying. He's lying about when his mom passed away. He's lying about his degrees. He's lying about that. He's lying about major stuff. Okay. He's not lying promises. Or he said, I did make sure I signed that bill, and he didn't.
Well, he
took some money from this man, but he did.
As Speaker McCarthy said during our meeting, this move will allow me to devote more time to my central mission in Congress, which is voting for whatever he tells me to vote for. He being honest right there. It will also allow me to focus on my primary role as Batman. I think he's trying to be a comedian. I think he's trying to be a comedian, and he's not funny. And he's a congressman. They didn't put you in office to be a comedian.
Right. And his humor is not, he's not. Ooh.
So this will give me time to vote on the things you tell me to vote on, which he's absolutely right. They all vote the same way.
Okay.
He's not going to do anything different than vote whatever way all the Republicans go vote.
But do we trust him to vote the way they say they tell him to vote?
If I was them, I'd be afraid of him. If I was them, I'd be afraid of him.
Yeah.
He's a loose cannon.
Yes. He may go totally opposite. He may wake up one day and go, do you got your agenda, Santos? What you're going to vote on? Yeah.
And then he get up there and do something
totally opposite.
I think they're going to get rid of him.
Ooh.
After he had this conversation with McCarthy and then he came on and been trying to be funny like this.
Yes.
The mission of the Republican Party is to also get rid of him.
Yeah.
So he has to go.
Okay.
True says they may need to take him out in a straitjacket after it's all done.
Yes. Something's not right with him.
He's not just lying. He's taking on different personalities.
That's what I'm saying.
I would be side-eyeing him if I were in Congress.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we were saying.
He's not just politician lying.
Yeah.
And we used to that. It's unfortunate. We still don't trust our government. Yeah. But he's like beyond that now.
He's a lunatic.
I'm Batman, and my Robin is this guy.
I think he's joking, but it's not a joking matter. Lisa says New York needs to recall him.
Wow, this dude. And he's not.
I almost want him to stay just so I can see him shake up stuff.
You said that about Trump.
Don't you kind of want him to stay?
Like, I want Trump to win because I want to stir up stuff.
And then I want him to like stand up and talk
and
when they
out of order.
Yeah.
You know how you be sitting there quiet. No, my mom said that not yet.
Or like when they
be quiet again, like a crazy.
When they have like the whatever, the State of the Union, he stands up in Batman gear, and jumps from chair to chair, with a big R on his chest, Republican, I'm Captain Republican, and then the cameras go to like McConaughey and all of them, and they just be like, and he fly around with his cape on. And he fly up there with Biden is.
I want that to be.
And then Secret Service jump on him and then he'd be like, no.
I'm gonna save my area, my community.
I want to see that. I think I want him to stay in office now.
You do now. No.
Other than that, it'd be boring,
at
y'all.
the expense of the people that he's representing. Oh,
they should have never put him in office in the first place.
They probably didn't know. At the beginning, he probably didn't show these signs.
I just think it's funny. I want to see him though. I want to see him run around as Batman, Republican man in the house,
Republican man,
and Marjorie will shoot him because you know she packing. They didn't want her to take. She was like, "You're not taking my gun away from me when I come in these chambers."
Yeah, because she.
Or you know what? She won't shoot him. She'll clunk him over his head with the end of the thing.
And that's real sad because that.
And then the big giant head one, Gax, whatever his name is, he'll pull him out by his arms. I want to see that. All right, y'all. We gotta let us keep him in. Keep the Santos in. Keep the Santos in. Keep the Santos in.
Not the Santos.
The Santos. Oh, both of them the same. Both of them the same.
Okay.
All right. So that's a good one.
Oh, I tell you.
I want to see it. DeSantos and DeSantis.
Crazy in the politics.
All right. Okay. Well, today we started off talking about the Tyre Nichols. Yeah. MLK invoked as Tyre Nichols. I forgot about it.
What?
MLK, Memphis.
Yeah, he got shot.
So when Al Sharpton came up, of course he tied the two together.
Yes. It's happening in Memphis. He took us back to
Memphis. Can't kill the dream.
And this is Black History Month.
Yeah.
Beginning of Black
Mourners
History Month.
from Vice President Kamala Harris to the activist, the Reverend Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton, as much as people want to say about him,
I like my man.
Every message he gives at these funerals are good messages.
That man can talk. He can speak.
So mourners from Vice President, and he's also a fraternity brother of ours. He's a Sigma.
Hey, frat.
He's a Sigma. Mm-hmm. Mourners from Vice President Kamala Harris to the activist Reverend Al Sharpton on Wednesday celebrated the life of Tyre Nichols, whose death at the hands of police in Memphis led to second-degree murder charges against 5 officers. We still don't know what's going on with the white officer. For some reason, nobody knows why nothing is happening with this guy.
And they speak on that about the white privilege thing again.
Mothers around the world, when their babies are born, pray to God when they hold that child that body and that life will be safe for the rest of his life. Yeah. Harris said to applause during Nichols' funeral service. And when we look at this situation, this is a family that lost their son and their brother through the act of violence at the hands and the feet of people who had been charged with keeping him safe.
Thank you.
Nichols, 29, who was black, was subdued yet continuously beaten after a traffic stop by Memphis police on January 7th. He died 3 days later. This is the part I think people miss.
What?
When you always talk about police brutality, and people say, well, they don't say nothing about all the black people killing each other, gangs and all of that. That's bad too.
Yeah.
But the difference, I don't have to pull over if a gang of guys is following me.
Okay.
I have to pull over when a police car is behind me and the siren is going.
Respecting the law.
They are gangbangers as well.
Thank you, with a badge.
The difference is that they are allowed to gangbang. That's the difference.
They've been.
I don't know why people don't see that when we talk about it.
Think about this, you guys, and not just for the black cops, it's any cop that are doing this behavior. Because all cops are not. We know there's some good ones. So we gotta speak to that.
Well, this one guy, he said we always say that, and he said, as long as the good ones don't say anything, I put them in the same category.
Well, this is they're giving opportunity now that y'all go down together. I'm sure you're going to be more accountable for each other in a group, in a clique, in an organization.
If the bill passes.
Cops have been gang banging
forever,
since the beginning of time.
The original, I think people don't understand law enforcement history.
Yes.
When law enforcement was first introduced to this country, they were sent to capture slaves.
Yes.
That was the whole premise of them.
Yeah.
So they're still doing the same exact thing. It doesn't matter what color.
Thank you.
That if you black, it's blue.
Thank you.
One guy I was listening to, he said his father was high up in I don't remember what city it was. It was another black city, like Louisville, I think.
Okay.
And he said his father served when he was this is before he retired as a police officer with KKK members who wore uniforms, black, red, blue.
Yeah, they wore the blue in the badge.
They would take a bullet for him before they would a white man. That's how strong that man in blue is.
Yes.
And I don't think people understand that.
They don't.
They are a gang.
They are a gang.
And when you put that uniform on, they look at that as a color, as a uniform, and it comes before anything. And I understand some parts of it because that's my life.
Yes.
And you
got my back.
If we out here on these streets, I gotta put away what I think about black people, white people, anything.
Right.
You come first. Because if there's ever a situation where we in something, you got to be responsible for my life, and I got to be responsible for yours.
And that's why they were so angry when remember the movie that Denzel played, the hoodlum guy, and
Training Day.
No, not Training Day. The one he portrayed, that guy with the cocaine.
Oh yeah.
And the one officer.
I forgot. Whatever. I know you're talking about.
He hung with
Harlem,
Bumpy. Bumpy was his mentor.
Yeah.
But the cop that they don't like when cops go against each other.
You can't,
because he was seeing that there was dirty cops too.
Yes.
And he's a good cop. And they say, you mean you didn't when you arrested somebody with that millions of dollars and you didn't take none of it? And he was like, no. He was a good cop.
So there are good cops, but the problem
they feel like they're by themselves.
The problem is you can't go against a whole system.
Yes.
Because they are a gang, which means they're not just gonna go after you. They're gonna go after your family.
Yes.
All of a sudden your wife gonna start getting pulled over. Your kids gonna start getting in trouble.
Think people disappearing.
So you just start saying, I'm not saying nothing. I'm gonna turn the other way. I'm gonna try to do my job.
They did that. We had a person that we knew. That we know was married to a cop.
Oh yeah,
and the cop was abusive. But
then
phone calls didn't even help.
Nope.
They got each other's back, even against the wife.
And they'll tell you don't hit her no more, man. Be
careful, man. We can't keep covering this up, man.
And the thing I liked about what Al Sharpton said, and it's kind of what we talked about yesterday. I kind of said the same thing. And I'm not Al Sharpton.
Go ahead.
If he was white, they would have never did all that because they would have been afraid of what would have happened to them. I don't know any stories of black cops beating up white people because they know what would happen to them if they did that.
Oh gosh, it'd be like the highest level coming at them.
And I don't know hardly any stories. Does anybody know any that when they go to white parts of town where they snatch people out of the car and beat them up in the middle of the street?
No.
Because they know that, you know why? Because they know something would happen to them. They know somebody, Bob or Helen or Becky sitting in their car would call and go, I'm literally sitting here watching these police pull this man out of a car and beat him up. Please tell me this man must be a serial killer. Because if this is some regular traffic stop, why am I sitting in traffic watching you do this?
But is it also, aside from what you're saying, it's kind of like what Whoopi said yesterday, they wouldn't do that because they don't profile them, racial profile them. Oh my goodness, there would be no negative reason why this white man is in this neighborhood. This is his neighborhood.
Right.
Now they make it kind of fishy if the white man is in the black neighborhood.
Well, they feel like he's buying drugs or something.
Okay,
but they still won't pull him out of the car.
I'm just saying that time when our family members was in the car with a white gentleman who really loved working in the urban areas because he was ministering and he was always pulled over, but he wasn't beaten up.
But they got to understand that's the difference. It doesn't take away from these kids, because we here in Chicago, it doesn't take away from hundreds of these kids being taken away every single weekend, really, in this city from gang violence. It doesn't.
Right.
And it doesn't say, oh, well, y'all shouldn't say nothing about that. Yeah, we should say something about that as well. But they're not legalized to do it. I don't have to stop my car when they driving behind me. I have to stop my car when the police do.
And you trust that they're protecting you.
And they licensed to shoot.
Yeah, they carry that badge, they carry that gun or whatever weapon they have to protect me and the people in the community.
And I agree. Now, this is the part where we say I'm not anti-police.
Oh, God.
Because you're right. The first sign of any trouble, I'm calling the police.
Look, the movie Purge. If we had a whole time of that one, you said that's one day?
Where the law is like, we're not going to do nothing.
And they hands us up and they see no evil, hear no evil.
Yeah,
Purge.
No, we don't want that.
Imagine Purge moment.
So I would say,
when no cop is around to help.
I would say if I was a police officer,
Wild West.
If you're a good police officer, you should want the bill to pass, in my opinion, because I feel like that will get rid of these bad cops. And then the ones of us that's good, now I don't have to put my whole family online to say something.
They're making them all accountable for
each other's
actions now. If you got 6 of them and 2 of them are acting out of hand, they really want the other 4 to say something.
Yeah.
Because all of y'all going down if you don't.
And he kind of said the same thing I said. Why did the other one show up? Remember I told you that?
Yes.
You don't need 5 cops for a traffic stop. Now then they got these, you hearing people say that he was dating one of the police officers.
You said that was a rumor?
But we don't know. His family says it's a rumor. They've never heard of it. But there's a part of me that's like, how would they know that? How would his family know who he's talking to?
And who she's related to?
Yeah, they wouldn't know that. Yeah, especially if it's somebody that's not his girlfriend. They don't know he hollering at her. Or they don't know if he was trying to holler at somebody at a store or something. His mom wouldn't know that. But we don't know if that's true. We almost want it to be true because
it would give reason.
It would, even though it's a dumb reason, it would make you understand why they targeted him.
Yeah.
If there's some dude that was hollering at my girl, I'm gonna target you.
Y'all got my back when we go. Yeah, we got you, man, because he shouldn't be doing this.
It doesn't justify it, but it would at least make me go, why him? But maybe we'll find out.
Okay.
We'll find out what's going on.
They're going to continue investigating. These guys got to have the stories ready.
Yeah.
They got to come together and they got to all be spoken to
and
tell
then
the
do we trust that the police will get the real, you know what I'm saying? When they go into the interrogation room, do we trust that they friends is not sitting across from them? This should be an FBI investigation. If you
somebody outside.
This is like when we watch CSI and all those other ones, and they have FBI come in because it's too close to home.
Too close to home. Yeah.
Doesn't
it internal affairs though?
This needs to be FBI.
If that's not messy, right?
I don't even trust internal affairs. I think this should be FBI.
Okay.
That's my opinion. But they're going to say, how does this justify FBI
exactly
if it's not country related?
It's within that city,
Let's see. Scooby-Doo said, hello, everyone. Hey, Scooby. And then the swift action against these black officers is not surprising. Why would they not put on paid leave first? Of course, we all saying that. And Scooby-Doo said, hello, True Blue. We all said that. And then the Crump, the lawyer, remember he said since you showing us now that you know how to move swiftly.
The blueprint now that we're going to go
so now we know. You don't have to take 10 years.
Any cop from
yeah.
any movement, any negative thing like this, move from here on.
Yeah.
Won't take a year investigation or 6 months.
Wendy, hey Wendy.
Hey Wendy.
Wendy says fire the we ain't seeing you, Wendy. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Fire the white guy. He said, I hope they slam his blank. He snatched him out the car. He didn't call for backup. I agree. And he also tased him. She said, hello, stars. But Internal Affairs is already involved.
Do you see his picture up there, though?
I still see the 5 black officers.
Thank you. It should be every officer. They even said the EMT people. That should they be charged?
Why would you show up?
Isn't that your job to, no matter what color, what sex, what anything, you an EMT, you there to help. Bring life. They had to... Doctors have to do that, and I know being human, if a gangbanger or somebody,
they're still supposed to save their lives.
They're still supposed to save their lives. Not
would
take,
you save
take
the
your
life,
time doing surgery.
Would you save the life? This is probably why I would never be a doctor.
Ooh.
Would you save the life of somebody who took a family member?
They probably wouldn't let you do surgery on them.
What if you don't know?
Take it personal.
What if you don't know until you're in there?
It's good you don't know.
No. What if you don't know till you're in there operating?
They may have you switch out.
But it's too late. You've already in there. Your hands is in there.
Well, they won't tell them then. They're not going to tell you why you're doing surgery. Hey, by the way, he was the one that hurt your daughter. No, I hope they don't talk like that.
So in my opinion, when those EMTs or whatever showed up, they shouldn't be asking the police what happened.
Yeah.
They should be attending him.
Yeah.
It don't matter what he did.
He is he's injured. Go right to the person that's injured and see if you can help him.
What were they talking about? Oh yeah, this dude was trying to holler at my girl. Whatever.
Really, man? Go. What's up, man?
Let him.
You been doing?
Let him sit there for a minute.
Man, you know, we take our time, man.
Now this is my personal opinion. They probably won't go to jail for long, even though I know y'all hate that. Mm-hmm. It'll probably be involuntary manslaughter, probably, because I feel like if they could prove they had, actually it may help them.
He was breathing for 2 more days.
It may actually help them if they have some connection to him. Because then they can say, our goal was just to beat him up.
Yeah,
it wasn't, we didn't know that he was going to die. Right. We was just trying to beat him up.
And one of the gentlemen on the news was saying that he said he strongly don't believe that their intent was to take his life. They wanted to just rough him up a little bit, didn't realize how rough they was going to do it.
Because they gangbangers.
And then he'll heal. It just take longer. And he gonna remember now not to cross.
Yeah, don't mess with us again, because we the gang, we the big scorpions.
We the scorpion group.
We the scorpion group.
True. Okay.
They probably got scorpion tattoos and all kind of stuff.
I bet you.
Well, guess what? Hopefully, when you get behind bars, I don't think you're going to be safe because everybody has a price.
Oh.
And the guys in jail, even though the police are going to try to protect you, some donut-eating guy is going to be giving some money to look the other way.
Say donut-eating.
Because he's going to be some fat slob that don't even want to be there anymore. And they're going to give him some money to go somewhere else. And they gonna stomp out them the way that they stumped him out.
Exactly.
How much you want to bet?
And you're gonna see if you can survive this. Boom, boom.
They gonna stomp them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bunch of prisoners, and they gonna stomp those cops individually. It'll probably break out in the dining room or something.
I don't know. They'll probably
no. You know what? They're gonna put them in some nice place where
they had. What's his name that shot the gentleman 16 times?
They put them in
times. He's in South.
Yeah, they're gonna put them in, and they put them in groups now. They put them in like a place with 6 or 7 or 8 of them, and they live in these little compounds. So all of these little officers, all 6 of them, including white boy, they all gonna be in the same little compound. And they're gonna just cook. They're gonna do prison food. Make stuff with ramen noodles. We just guess. And live the rest of their lives out in a compound.
You messed up. Okay.
All right. They better not ever come to the yard, because if they ever come to the yard, they're gonna get stumped out.
Okay.
All right. All right, so that was it. That was a good funeral, though.
It was?
I mean, I know.
So
other than the fact that
really
everybody black and every black minister. Jamal Bryant was there.
Okay. What did he say?
Nothing. He was just, you know how Al Sharpton had people stand up.
Oh, okay.
Larry Reed said Baby Jakes was there. He called him Baby Jakes. Gray, yeah. Fatso Gray was there. Did he have his mistress on the side of him?
I hope not. Man. Or did Jamal have one too?
I don't know.
Oh,
well, he not with nobody, is he?
I don't know.
He just a hoe.
He was and was. What is it? There goes my head.
My thing is,
my head.
It's not good that he's a hoe.
Oh my!
But at least he's not married. Baby Jakes is
Maybe
married.
he'll get back to Giselle. He'll probably get back with his ex.
Baby Jakes is married.
I know, and had a reality show.
Wendy says, I didn't know you were on. I thought you would text me. Oh, girl, we keep forgetting that. We be barely trying to get on.
I know,
on time.
and we've been doing this time frame, so we was hoping
we're trying to be consistent, Wendy. So it'll be around 4:00.
Yeah, 4:00 ish
Central.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
She said, "Oh yeah, that's a lot better. They've been doing this for years. They're gonna be fresh meat. Prisoners hate cops and they hate bullies. Yep.
Yeah.
We all
they'll
agree.
be in a federal prison though, right?
Scooby Doo says they will never be in general population. I don't think so.
Nope.
They're gonna be in those compounds.
Didn't they beat up Dahmer?
Oh yeah, they stabbed him to death. Yeah, so they'll never put him in. They'll never put them in general population. Okay, they'll be in a compound with each other forever.
Hopefully they'll learn. All
right, so the Beehive. Oh well, anyway, like I said, funeral. That Baby Jakes was there.
Okay, so there's a lot of people there.
Spike Lee was there.
Okay.
I think he's doing a documentary. He might be doing a documentary on all the family so far. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, all of this
coming from Spike's head,
which be nice coming from him.
The mother was right when she said on The View that her son, it was a. What did she say?
She be as a purpose.
Yeah. Well,
she said she got to tell herself
to die to for that purpose to go forth.
She said she has to tell herself that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But sometimes people die and we be like, why did that person go?
But I see what she's saying, because we've had people that we know whose sons and daughters have unfortunately passed away from killings and shootings, whatever, and nobody hears about them.
Yeah.
Why is it certain people that make the news? Why is it certain people that have, unfortunately, the favor to be now the spokesperson or the like Floyd, where, we got to start doing reform now. We got to take it serious now.
George Floyd happened during COVID.
Yes.
When nobody was able to watch anything else on television.
But that.
So that made it everybody's attention.
Yeah.
People still don't care about Breonna Taylor.
We still bring her up because the whole thing with her, they had to change some rules on how they come into your place.
Why would you have a no-knock?
The deaths are making changes.
Why would you have a no-knock warrant in a state where you're licensed to carry?
Thank you.
Who wouldn't shoot?
Any house you come in, that person is licensed to carry, and they may be pointing at you when you do come in.
Exactly.
So that changes are being made, unfortunately, but it's not from everyone's passing away. Yeah. But we'll see. Tyree, hopefully this, like his mom said.
But I was just wondering why Baby Jakes was there. Let's see what he does.
I don't know. He didn't say anything, right? He was just
him and Jamal. I mean, I understand Jamal Bryant because he's Mr. Into politics and stuff.
And I think because Vice President was there too.
Oh, you think that's why they showed up?
That's partly.
Oh. But it was, I guess you could say a funeral. It was good. It was good that his family spoke. Okay. And his brother got up and said he was supposed to be called Tyre. His mom, he's older, and she didn't. And then when his little brother came, she called him Tyre. And she named him after, I guess it was a movie, Silverado. The name was in there. And he said his growing up joke with him was, I was supposed to be Tyre. And he said that he loved his name. Tyre loved his name. He said, I'm Tyre. And he said, we'd be 8 years old sitting there eating cereal and watching cartoons, arguing over our name. So they gave some good stuff. And then his sister got up and spoke and said he was good. He was a good guy. That's why I was saying, so Candace Owens couldn't say nothing because she always go after whoever, whatever. And then also
trying to assassinate their character.
Also, it wasn't white cops. If it was white cops, she would have went after Tyre.
Okay.
She would have did a whole biography on how he smiled too much or something.
Yeah.
She would have found something on
or
him.
He didn't do right with his baby mama.
Something. She would have found something.
Okay.
And then his sister said he was nice, and she started crying because she said even while they was beating him, he kept saying, please stop. He was being nice even while they was beating. He wasn't even cussing them out or nothing.
Right.
He was still saying, please, can y'all stop? She said, my brother was nice all the way to the end.
Aww.
Ain't that something?
That's sad.
So it was sad. It was sad.
Real sad.
And then his other sister did a poem. I'm just trying to get home. He was just trying to get home. I think he ran because I think he was a few blocks. I think he was trying to get on his block so people can see what they was doing to him. Yes. Because that's how you think when they start beating you up, whatever, then you start thinking, they not going to stop. They going to kill me. Yeah. So let me at least get somewhere public where people can see what's going on. Wow. I think that's why he ran. Wow. So we'll see. But they wouldn't have stopped even if he didn't run.
If they would have stopped if he was saying something like spiritual.
Nah.
You think? Would they have been convicted?
No.
Because you hardly ever hear anybody do that in the midst of being beaten, like, oh, Jesus, please, why are you doing this? Father God, I pray for you. Who knows?
I've heard somebody would because I've heard serial killers.
They're not serial killers, though.
To me, they are.
Okay.
Because we don't know who else they did this to.
Okay.
But I've heard serial killers or whatever, they give people, like, say what somebody said at the end, and somebody would say, God, please help me, or Father Jesus, take me into heaven, or forgive me of my sins, and they still knock them off. So.
Well, that's kind of like really.
Or you have the one, like you said, the little boy that was getting,
he was being kidnapped,
and he was singing
every praise
to and they kicked him out of the
he kept singing that
here. They got tired of him singing.
They let him go.
So this could go either way. It could go either way.
That was a nice story.
Yeah. But you don't, just because you singing every praise, that don't mean you're going to get killed.
But think about it. It was so funny because you said if we act like children sometimes kids don't know what you're doing to them. If you got in the back seat and you're taking them somewhere, if you're not physically hurting them. And he probably was just passing the time away. Every praise to our God.
You just try to do whatever you can. This one lady said she was getting ready to get the R word, and she just started acting crazy, and they left her alone.
Yeah, remember our friend did when she was on a date, and the guy was about to.
Oh, she's yeah.
And she said, "You know what? Let's go somewhere where we can be comfortable,
romantic. And all this
she was
stuff.
talking him into going into the room and talking, like, don't you want to do this? Like, however she spoke to him.
And that's how she got
out.
And the last guy, the black guy with Dahmer, he talked to him.
Oh, yeah.
He said he just, something felt like, just talk to him like normal. He said, oh, what do you think about, the Jets game or whatever? And it threw him off. It threw Dahmer off.
Like,
he's
actually conversating. He's having a conversation.
Yeah, he said in the last time he was holding his head or something, and that he had a chance right there. That's when he hit him or something. Y'all, I didn't watch the movie.
Wow.
And then that's when he ran. And Dahmer was trying to get him, but he got out.
Woo. So
you don't, or you can do that and still get your head chopped off. So you don't do whatever.
Oh,
Wendy says Kamala Harris started the body cam. When she was prosecutor, probably, because remember she was on the other side, probably before she became vice president. Black cops are not protected by the blue wall, no, because you don't hear nothing about where's all these pro cop people coming to stand in their defense. They become martyrs, and their posters are everywhere, except for the white guys. We don't see a picture of him hardly.
But
okay,
but yeah, we hope changes. One of the changes that I really hope will happen is that police officers accompanying one another really take it serious now how your partner and the other partners are behaving.
Yeah, we won't get through half these stories, but
okay, go ahead.
The Beehive. Beyonce announces her Renaissance tour at the start of Black History Month. We just paid our rent. People mad because they've spent all their money, and her tickets is probably a lot. You should pay your rent anyway.
Yeah, what is
regardless of whether you buy Beyonce
Maybe
ticket.
You probably thought she should have had it around.
She should have said it earlier before the first of the month because people pay their rent.
Or later when you near the time. Well, she's starting now though. I'm saying near.
But she could have announced
when you get your return.
She should have announced it last. That's what they saying. Why didn't she announce it at the end of January before people spent their money and stuff? February 1st marks the beginning of Black History Month, and Beyonce commemorated the occasion by announcing the dates for her highly anticipated Renaissance tour. As a result, the Beehive is activated and social media is abuzz in the fans' reactions. She got a Chicago date on here, just so you know.
Man.
But I don't think
we wonder what her tickets. What would be the most expensive ticket? Is it of course in the thousands?
I don't even know. But she just dressing like nothing, huh?
I know.
She trying to show off her little body because she got
had
babies.
Mm-hmm.
As you can imagine, people were psyched to hear the news, and the excited Twitter reactions came pouring in. Everyone waking up to see Beyonce announce the Renaissance Tour. Beyonce announced the Renaissance World Tour. We're here. Yeah, I don't know. I just woke up. Hold on. What is going on? Beyonce's Renaissance Tour. Oh my God, we are about to be fighting for our lives.
For the tickets.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Beehive.
Will it be as tough as what's her name that just had her concert?
Who?
Well, she's on her tour now. The one Kanye talked about.
Who?
They came on stage and talked about her winning over Beyonce. Who am I thinking?
Oh,
of?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh
yeah.
No, Taylor Swift is in a whole nother world.
They are crazy.
Taylor Swift is in a whole nother world. But see, here's
okay.
her little dates right here. See how she got all these different dates.
Mm-hmm. And
these
people,
is all
people are flying overseas to see her.
To see all of these.
Didn't you say Adele? People came from out of the country to see Adele. Did she cancel?
And she canceled.
Wow.
I flew to California to see Michael Jackson.
He got sick, right?
And he
was he sick?
He said he was sick, but Michael Jackson would always cancel.
Well,
so Beyonce's going on tour, y'all. If y'all part of the Beehive, but what I was saying with the Beehive,
I'm not part of anybody's
as bad as
fan
the
club. I've never been.
As crazy as the Beehive is. Mm-hmm. I think Nicki Minaj has the worst fans.
Why
the
you
barbs.
say the worst?
Because
they're violent.
Well, if they go after you, they go after you. Like the rapper Lotto, she has a beef with Nicki, and there was this other rapper that's out, and she said something negative about Nicki. And they found her address. They've been driving past her place. Oh, no. They threatened her family. They threatened her. They said, come outside. Fans. Wow. Just because she said something negative about Nicki.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's sad. I've never been crazy about any entertainer like that. I've never been a part of a fan club. Because I have so many. Michael Jackson. But I've never, even with Michael Jackson, as much, because there's so many artists out there that I love, I can't stick to one or two or three. I'm sorry. It's too many. I can't be a Beyonce. I wasn't like that when I was younger. So I'm trying to get in the heads of these fans.
Yeah.
I can see if you are really liking them, you don't want negativity. You don't want nobody saying nothing negative about her because you really love her. Mm-hmm. But I've never been that crazy about an entertainer where if you say something about her, I don't care.
Yeah, they'll get rid of you.
I'm not threatening you because you said something about the singer that I like.
They will get rid of you.
You wasn't like that, right, with Michael Jackson? Even though you loved him?
I wasn't like threatening people and stuff.
Right.
But I do remember going through a stage in my life. I was also younger too. See, I can understand they young fans.
Okay, how young
when
were you?
I was high school and stuff.
Okay.
And it was like, you better not say nothing about Michael Jackson.
But you didn't do anything.
No, I just was getting mad.
Wow.
Like, don't say nothing about Michael Jackson. Like, I would literally argue and like, I probably would get in a fight if I had to.
Really?
Don't say nothing about Michael Jackson.
I can't do that.
But that was when I was in high school.
I know even when I was in high school, I didn't like anybody like that. Isn't that something?
Yeah, you didn't have no fans.
I didn't have
You had everybody on your wall.
I loved everybody.
No, I was
music-wise, but...
Who did I like? Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
That was
You
it.
were consistent, too. You were consistent.
I was consistent.
Okay.
I'm still consistent, but you can only fight so much. How much can I fight for Michael Jackson?
Maybe these are young people.
So now I'm just like, whatever. If you believe he did, whatever.
But not ever to the level of Nicki Minaj's fans. When you're threatening people. And she can say something.
Exactly.
They were talking about her.
They don't say anything.
Cardi B. They said Cardi B and them have such a large following. They can actually say, y'all don't do nothing.
You can call these people off. They like dogs.
That's how Trump was. He loved it.
He loved it. That's why he allowed January 6th to happen.
Yes.
Nikki could go online and say, come on, y'all, don't follow this girl's family around.
Don't hurt her. Don't be threatening nobody like
people.
that.
I understand, and you don't like what she said about me and all of this. But
come on, you
no,
guys.
they go crazy.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I think beyond, they make the Beehive. It used to be the Beehive that people thought we was afraid of. Nah, these other people's
so you
fans.
actually think Nicki Minaj's fans
it's
are
worse.
crazy.
Worse.
Wow.
Wendy says Rihanna has the army. And then she said, I love the Delphonics.
The Delphonics? I'm old school, but I would have never thought about them.
True says, yeah, us Beyonce fans don't go for that. See? True is a Beyonce fan. She
but you're not
going
to threaten anybody, right?
No,
if somebody says something about Beyonce, you're not going to go by their house and go,
she not.
Where you at? Where you at?
True says, no, I'm not getting in no fights over celebrity.
Thank you.
And Scooby-Doo said, I will fight over my mommy, but not someone I have no relationship with.
Yes,
that's lame.
Yes. Family members, yes. That's a whole different story.
Yeah. All right, so that's Beyonce, y'all.
I wonder what those ticket prices
She is coming to Chicago.
We had Janet Jackson tickets and they canceled because of COVID.
Well, they said somebody said they canceled it because she didn't sell out. But
you're kidding.
We don't know.
But it was COVID. It was during that time. It was.
You know what?
Because our cousin saw her at the Essence Fest and said she did really nice.
Baby. Never done to baby. Oh, I only see 20,000 people every 20, half the stadium every time shining back at me. I'm sick. That COVID.
I don't have enough people coming to
I don't
my
think so.
concert.
Yeah, nobody checking Janet for that now. Come on. We love Janet Jackson, but she's not going to pack a stadium like that.
Yeah. Well,
but Beyonce will.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Her fans not crazy, are they?
They's crazy too. All of them are.
Okay.
All right, so that's Beyonce, y'all. She coming. She'll be in Chicago. So you going to see her?
Really? You gotta ask me that. We've been doing old school concerts. I don't see nobody.
You know what?
The newest person, and don't laugh.
Yeah.
That we've seen, that like most recent, is Bruno Mars.
Everybody
else is old school.
Yeah.
We old school.
Yeah, you're right.
And my last old school concert, Jeffrey Osborne. Whoa.
He was actually good. Y'all can look at our old videos.
He was
y'all
good.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get up. The Whispers having me up and jumping and jumping.
The Whispers were stale.
They were stale that night. But the Jeffrey Osborne, he was in the audience with us.
Wendy says the Delphonics. La la means I love you.
I used to get them mixed up with the Stylistics because they had that little high voice singing. They always had a high voice in the group. I love you.
She says, did not blow your mind.
Did not blow your mind this time. Did not. Don't get me started.
Can you
with
see
old
Wendy
school.
out there screaming over them?
Don't get me started with old school. My mom was actually yelling at Isley Brothers.
I had my mother yelling. Oh yeah, they came out. Time is still wasted. There's no guarantee. My mother was like, I like
you got to fight the powers that be.
I remember that song. I said, Ma, you know what they singing? Fight the power.
I'm getting a cramp.
Oh, drink some water. You getting excited over this?
Excited.
All right. Everybody relax.
But like I said, the newest ones is Bruno Mars.
All right.
And when they redid that old school song they got out now with what's his name?
Oh, yeah,
that's the way it goes on.
Yeah. I don't need no ticket to ride.
Sometimes heartstrings
can't be broken. All right. Everybody relax.
Okay.
All right. So Beyonce. All right. Oh, that's what I was gonna say about Beyonce.
What?
As much as we talk about Beyonce and people try to hate on Beyonce, you don't know, but I could literally go to her concert and know a lot of her songs.
Well, you do. You know a lot of her songs.
I know at least 20 Beyonce songs I can sing at her concert.
With her new album too?
No. See, I wouldn't. Renaissance, the only one is the one they play on TikTok. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Everybody's name? I feel like falling in love. Huh?
What's his name?
No, that's her own song.
What's the one
we
with
gonna tonight?
What's the song she got with what's his name? The
Ron Isley.
No, not Ron. The other the drag queen guy.
Oh, she do got a song with him. Yeah.
You know who I'm thinking
I
of.
know you're talking
about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Big
New
Shirley.
Orleans. She said
Real
Big Shirley.
Tall, not Big Shirley. You know who I'm talking about. He's the big guy and was on one of the reality shows. She got a song with him.
All right, here we go. Let's move on. Real quick, because we're going past our time. What time I got? Okay. Yeah, we passed.
See, here's my thing.
Oh, did you sign in?
Oh, no.
Bad Boys 4 in pre-production. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence celebrate on social media. I'll just quickly mention that. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are getting ready to do Bad Boys for Life number 4.
Oh, no.
And you know they had to wait. You need to stand up.
Go
Why
ahead.
don't you stand up and walk? Go sign in and walk around.
Okay.
You got a cramp. See you later. Go that way.
I'm okay.
Drink some water.
I am drinking water.
All right. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence revealed Tuesday that they've definitely reteaming. There's your water right here.
No, I'm okay.
For fourth Bad Boys movie, which is in early pre-production at Sony Pictures with Bad Boys for Life director Adil El Arbi and whatever, returning to him for a script by Chris Bremner. Before COVID shut everything down in March 2020, the third movie, Bad Boys for Life, made more than $426 million at the box office. Isn't that something?
Yep. That helps him come back when he does those kind of movies.
And then they talk about, oh, it was COVID. No, it wasn't. It's because you smacked Chris Rock and they shut it down because they didn't know. And remember, if y'all go back and look at our old videos, I said his comeback movie could not be that slave movie.
Right.
Nobody's going to go see Will Smith.
To be Bad Boys
it
like
has
this.
to be Bad Boys.
Yes.
Because in the movie, he's smacking people around.
Yes.
It has to be
he's
Bad
in his
Boys.
element.
Yeah.
And then he got Martin Lawrence, which is his sidekick.
That's the comedy part.
We don't want to see no emancipation.
Because remember, in their characters, Will is more arrogant,
yes.
and Martin is more funny.
Yes.
So it had to be Bad Boys for Life.
Thank you.
And again,
or Men in Black.
Are we gonna chastise Will Smith forever for slapping Chris Rock?
No.
Get over it, y'all.
But I think we're still waiting for that awesome, for real, to the heart.
It's not gonna happen.
Apology where we see him and Chris.
No, it's
together.
Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Once you see them two together,
yeah.
laughing, people go,
"Oh, okay." Well, here's the movie then.
Okay.
Since they just now starting to do it pre-production. Write a part in there for Chris Rock would be so funny.
That would be.
If they run into a restaurant and Chris Rock is sitting at a table and Will Smith stops and go, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And then Chris Rock go, "Nah."
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
And that would lighten the whole tension that people
you would have to pay Chris Rock a lot of money to do it.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
That's a good
Are
idea.
we going to see a cameo of Chris Rock in Bad Boys for Life?
That would be that's a good idea. But that means if Chris has forgiven him and he's
or some kind of way where Martin they all run in or something, and Martin is trying to hide Chris Rock. Like Chris is sitting at a table.
Too much now. Can you just stop at the first ideal? Now you add. No, what about if Chris come in and he's dating his wife and he's sitting there with his girlfriend?
Oh, I got it. Chris slaps Will in the movie. That's how he gets his slap back.
That's different.
And then when they filming it, he really gets to slap him.
Wow.
Thank you. I could still come up with
a good idea, but that's not gonna happen.
That would be funny though.
That would be funny. Because in the movie Bad Boys.
And then Martin jump in because Will is a cop.
Yeah.
And Martin jumps in and go, you gotta let him have it. You gotta let him have it.
That's a good idea.
And then Will
probably already finished filming the movie.
No, it's pre-production.
Oh, I hope they get that idea. Everybody send that idea to him.
All right.
Put Chris Rock in there.
Let's see. Scooby-Doo says, I am so sick of people talking about the Will Smith slap. The media acted like he killed Chris Rock.
I know.
Chris should have punched him back. True says, right, Scooby-Doo. And then Scooby-Doo says, ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So I think he should be in the movie, y'all.
That's a good idea, though. Write him in that way.
Wendy says, Trayvon, George, Tyre became martyrs and posters sent here on a mission. Yeah. You gotta feel that way, or you don't
But that's
feel like
what Trey. That's what.
that's what his mom
Tyre.
is saying.
That's what his mom said.
Wendy says Grammys Sunday. Oh yeah, the Grammys are this Sunday. Thanks for reminding us.
It's not the same that it used to be years ago. Do you not remember back in the 80s?
The Grammys was
Grammys was the bomb.
Everybody and the American Music Awards.
Oh, the American music. The American music. It's the American Music Awards.
Yeah, not anymore.
But it's all different. It's people on there I ain't never heard of. Kim maybe know more than I.
Wendy says Chris Rock is a prick, and that's a good idea. Right, that's a good idea, isn't it, Wendy?
A cameo appearance.
And he gets slapped. And he can slap Will Smith in the movie. And Martin jump in like,
and people be like, wow. Okay. All
right.
Got it.
All right, so that's the end of that one. Let me
gotta get up. But can you go to the donkey?
All right, let me do. I need to say something about the Jonas Brothers.
Oh,
the Jonas Brothers got a Walk of Fame.
Oh,
they got their.
Everybody's getting these real quick.
They got to start on the Walk of Fame.
What's the criteria again?
And the reason why I was thinking of I just wanted to bring up the Jonas Brothers. I like the Jonas Brothers.
They are cool guys. They are. You don't hear no.
Anything.
It's not really bad.
And I don't want it to be hidden stuff.
And
I want them to generally
his wife and nice little fun guys. To
all of them are married and they got kids. Look at his. They look just like him.
Brunettes too.
Don't his kids look just like him? And now he has a baby with what's her name?
It's a
Chopper, whatever her name is. You know the Indian lady.
Yes.
They have a little girl, and she was there, and she looks like him. They have strong genes. Yeah. And then my show, Game of Thrones. She was in Game of Thrones.
She was.
He's married to her. I like the Jonas Brothers.
That's a nice family. Okay.
I just wanted to mention them
so
because I like them.
They each got
their
one?
Group. Yeah, they give you all three of y'all get one if you're on there. Nice wholesome family. The mom and dad was there.
Okay.
What makes some people turn out good and some people don't? Is it the parents? And you having a connection with your kids and not trying to milk your kids for their money?
I don't know, because we can name a lot of kids who had parents in the industry with them and they didn't have good relationships. You got, what's her name, saying her dad couldn't take her money. You had the short Arnold, what's his name, that played, and his parents lived in Zion here, and they had a messy.
But they just seem like they allow them to be famous.
Is good. I like
they allow them to be famous. They stuck together as brothers. Remember the fourth one was in that show that you saw. The people came, you had to guess what relative they was related to.
Oh,
remember, that was him and the other brother that's not famous.
Oh.
It's four brothers.
Was he a brother, though, that they had to guess? He was one of the Jonas brothers?
No, remember he hosted.
Oh, he and his, okay.
And then one of the Jonas brothers.
Got it.
He's the Jonas brother that nobody ever talks about. That's why they put him as the host.
Yeah.
So he's the fourth one.
Okay.
But they just seem like all nice guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice guys.
I didn't know they all were married, because I keep thinking them as young.
They are young.
I mean,
they got married young too.
I'm just thinking they
look young. Look at her and him.
Well, they started out young.
She always looked like she always looked older than him.
Their marriage reminds me of Whitney and Bobby.
Bob, yeah.
That older look and mature woman look,
but not crazy.
Like a boy.
Yeah. So I just hope that they got their star.
Okay.
And one of the Jonas brothers said he can't wait till they come back years from now and he brings his little daughter, it's him, and he could embarrass her in front of her friends on his star. So I like them. I just wanted to mention them.
She did mention him. What's his wife's name? The one that's Indian.
What?
When she was on The View, what the chemistry and what they have. She enjoys him as a husband, and that's good to hear when a wife enjoys her husband. He makes her laugh. He makes her feel free. I like that.
All right. So Scooby-Doo says, I think the slap idea is fantastic. I am going to want you both to stop the theme song musicals. Laugh out loud. We could do a whole show.
Music. Oh.
Yeah. Didn't Tony write a song with a whole musical?
What do you mean?
A whole overture. You know, overtures, if y'all in the theater world, the whole overture, they play little bits of the whole songs throughout the whole the movie.
But I thought it was a mixture of the music itself. I don't know the words.
Mixture of the music in the theater, in the
movie.
In the
play.
An overture.
Right.
Mixture of the movies in the play. Songs. Little bit of each song that's in the play.
Oh.
Remember the overtures? They used to do big overtures. They don't do that anymore. She says, Scooby-Doo says they were not in the industry long enough to get a star, in my opinion. It took many into their elderly years to get a star.
That's what I was thinking.
But I was getting ready to say that.
They are young. What is the criteria to get a star now?
I know.
Do you have to make so many millions, have so many followers? So I thought you had to be in the industry for a length of time to make your mark.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just giving stars out. Like Lizzo gonna get one, right?
Lizzo will probably get a star. Doja Cat.
Does Cardi B have one?
Cardi B will probably get one.
It's kind of watering it down.
Even though I like Cardi B more than I like Nicki Minaj. I used to like Nicki Minaj. And then she turned pop and I don't, But Cardi B would probably, if Cardi B gets a star before Nicki Minaj, there's something wrong.
And Megan Thee Stallion.
And Nicki Minaj shouldn't get one before other female rappers, like Lil' Kim or something. But
and I would expect when we mention women that sing that same type of music, you think you would mention the ones that are older, that's been in the game longer, not these newer ones.
I don't know why the Jonas Brothers got a star
and Bruno Mars didn't get one.
Yeah, what is the criteria?
What is the criteria?
I know that's true, but I do like them.
It seems watered down though.
Wendy says Emancipation was very good. Okay. I still haven't seen it.
I don't think I want to. I can't do another slave movie.
She said, "Where's Mom? Did you use your planner? Ma, are you up?"
She fell asleep.
I think she fell asleep.
Because she woke up early.
Are you up?
See,
Wendy said hi.
Her day today started early, Wendy. So
she said, "Do you use your planner?" No, I'm using it though. I already have a plan of how I'm gonna use it. Mm-hmm. She said Ricky Smiley's son died. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. We did,
and it took me a while when I saw Brandon's face. I went, "Oh, I remember Brandon when he had his reality show."
We talked about it yesterday. Anyone, including fans, can nominate anyone active. This is Wendy. Active in the field of entertainment as long as the nominee or their management approves the nomination. Nominees must have a minimum of 5 years experience in the category for which they are nominated and a history of charitable contributions.
This is for
it might be to get the star. It might be their charitable contributions.
No, I'm sorry. It's still not enough.
All right.
Well. I know. I'm thinking you start thinking age and how the length of time, like Patti LaBelle,
right? That's what Scooby was saying,
people like that,
yeah.
But
all right, so that's the end of them.
But I do like them still. That doesn't take away from.
Let me just finish. I don't feel like doing these stories another day.
Go ahead.
Basketball coach fired after impersonating a 13-year-old player during a game.
What was
the coach? It's a woman. She decided to put on a uniform and play.
Kim, please.
No, I'm not.
This
joking.
is the donkey.
No, it's real though.
This is a donkey.
I think she should have been.
That's seriously want to play.
I think she should have
impersonating one of the students to play,
and she was playing against 13-year-olds. What was she slam dunking on 13-year-olds?
What is wrong with?
All right, file this one under one of the strangest stories I've ever heard of and talked about. Last Friday, we received an email from the mother of a player on the Churchland High School girls JV basketball team that an assistant coach on the team named Arlisha Boykins impersonated a 13-year-old player on the team that was out of town for a club basketball tournament. Here's video from that game. Churchland is in the black uniforms. Number one right there that just came up with the black block shot. We're told that as Arlisha Boykins. They were taking on Nansemond River. This video has been edited to show you some of the highlights. Arlisha is apparently a 22-year-old young woman going up against 14 and 15-year-old girls. Now, we have confirmed that Boykins is no longer an employee of Portsmouth Public Schools. And since this game, the student athletes on the team and parents decided to just end the season. They will not be playing any more games this year. Portsmouth Public Schools did launch an investigation into this matter. The details have not been revealed by officials quite yet. Now, I spoke with the father of the 13-year-old girl that was being impersonated. Here's what he had to say about his reaction when he heard the news.
Coaches, always preach to the kids, about integrity and those type of things. So I was just shocked. I just need, an apology, because I haven't yet received one from, the overseer of the program or nothing. He just came out and just told us the stipulations of what was going to happen, but there was no apology issued personally to us, even in his presence.
We're going to follow up with this story if more information comes out. Those parents told me today that they are simply just seeking an apology from Churchland school officials.
My mouth is open.
Did you see her?
My mouth was
Did you see her block?
We're seeing a record number of migrants. So many young babies, not toddlers.
Did you see her block that shot? And the girl fell off into the thing.
My mouth is open, you guys. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Assistant coach impersonating a 13-year-old to play in the game.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. We were talking earlier about the mentality of Santos. That's crazy.
Yeah. And not only are you playing, but you're playing at a good level. Like it's already bad enough you playing, but I can see you maybe saying, "I'll be a body just because I don't want them to forfeit the game." But she's slam dunking on people. Blocking shots.
She's cost this team. Now they can't finish the season.
Scooby-Doo says, "Dumb. Why would you mess up your career?"
What is wrong with people? Oh my God, this world is just crazy. I don't even understand anymore.
Let me see. Wendy says, "Did you hear any more about the girl that got her legs cut off?"
What? Where you getting these stories from? Please, is that for real?
You gotta send this to us,
and we still need to go back.
Is that the one you said of the black girl that? Yeah, I think so. I think you're talking about, and we still don't know what's going on with them.
Well, what's her name in Mexico?
Yeah,
that was life was taken.
Shanquilla,
her friend, one friend for sure.
So all of that stuff.
There's updates we need to get. That's Tiffany, and her let go of her job.
What's going on with all these stories?
Yeah, we need follow-ups. And maybe it takes time to do investigations and stuff.
We'll come back another time and talk about this because this I want to talk about for a while. No tip, no trip. DoorDasher shows piles of orders sitting on restaurant counter. Says it's a result of non-tipping customers. They don't pick up orders if you don't give them a tip. And we have a personal story with that.
Do you get the tip early enough to know?
You can see when we get, you don't ever look at it. Huh. When you get your thing, you can see how much the trip is. And if it's real small, that means they didn't put a tip in there.
Because remember, we went to a guy's house who told us we were the second time he called because the first person wasn't coming because of a tip. He said he wanted to give the tip in person.
Well, we'll talk about this.
Wow.
So remember to bring this link up tomorrow because some customers are saying that's how, and they said also they like the tip after they get their food because it depends on, how you did.
Wow.
Donkey of the day, because you always want to know who Donkey of the Day is from Charlemagne the God.
Okay.
Thief tried stealing a gigantic 30-inch dildo, but it was too thick to fit through the door.
Where is it on film?
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see, 30.
There he is. Oh, come on. Maybe it won't. It's freezing. Oh, well. It's freezing.
But that's too big to go to the door?
Why is it freezing? He had it over his shoulder.
And he couldn't get through the door?
And the guy runs after him and brings it back.
That's just as bad as that guy running out and runs into the glass door.
Let me see if it'll let it play this time. Well, maybe this is okay. This is not the video.
It's not.
See, this is one where you need a video, but it's taking too long.
So
it says, a shoplifter described as now what's going on? You be afraid to open these things up because you get bombarded with a bunch of sex websites.
Take you somewhere.
A shoplifter, because they want to know, you want to read about dildos. Mm-hmm. A shoplifter described as a drunken hot mess was foiled as he tried to steal a giant-sized dildo from a specialist gay bookstore in West Hollywood. The man could barely carry the oversized sex toy, which is over 2 feet long and almost a foot across in its widest part.
Oh my goodness. So
it cost $699.
It's euros.
Yeah, in euro.
Okay.
Yeah, this gonna end up opening up. You probably gonna have all kind of stuff popping up on your Oh, there it is down here. Is it gonna let me?
They just went as far as him going to the door. They didn't.
Why is it not okay?
Do that to do the big.
How you get out of here? See, watch, we're gonna end up in some. We're gonna end up getting pop-ups. Watch this. There it is. See, he grabbed it. And he ran and got it. And you see him bringing it back. Look how big that is. What is that?
And he walks in like this, like something.
So you probably gonna get, if y'all in the future shows, if y'all see a bunch of sex stuff pop up, y'all know where it came.
Looking at this video. Wow, he really wanted that. And would she been that, whoever went after him, would they have been that calm if it was somebody else as far as another person? They would have body slammed. It was one of us.
Why would you want that?
I guess because
why do people put everything up there?
I don't know. And just think you're going to walk out and take it like that? I'm telling you, the world is just losing it.
It was one guy said they smuggle drugs up in prison, up people's butts.
Yeah.
And the one guy said, do you ever stop and wonder when you in there? That was up somebody's butt.
But it's in something. Because they don't care. If you got such a habit, you're willing to go in something to get high, to get, you're not caring where it came from.
And how much can up there take?
Oh, you said that man had something that was that.
Oh, a bomb thing.
A bomb thing up his. And they had to surgically remove it.
How much can you fit up there?
They had to surgically remove it from going in. Ooh.
Ouch. Anyway.
Ouch.
Wendy said, wasn't that a strange story? Oh, we got to look up the one you talking about, Wendy. The lady's getting her legs cut off.
Ooh.
And Scooby-Doo says, let me see. Y'all was talking. Let me see. Beyonce puts on a good show. I've been to 2 of her shows so far.
I'm sure she does.
The new album is mainly house and dance music. I'm so sick of people talking about Will Smith slap. Okay, we went back to that one. I am going to want you both to stop doing the musical. We remember you saying that. Why would you mess up your career? And why is that news? Yeah. It's ridiculous. All right, y'all, that's it.
But yeah, we gotta tune in for the Grammys.
That was the joke of the day.
And we're gonna
that was the donkey. That was Charlamagne the God's donkey of the day.
Yeah, big donkey.
Scooby Doo said knives, mega flashlights full of drugs. Oh, they put the flashlight up there, and they put it inside the flashlight.
You get very creative when you're in prison.
But how do you sit down with a flashlight? She said Cornish hens up in there too.
You can get a lot of stuff up in there. That's a muscle that you've expanded.
All right. Well, that's a stupid story, y'all. But that was Charlamagne the God's.
Okay.
That was his donkey of the day. I think it should have been the 13-year-old, the lady playing with the 13-year-old. Yes.
What was she thinking?
So, all right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like the video, because remember, likes is what keeps it up. They don't care about subscribers, likes. But for our new channel, subscribe. Woods Relax Sleep Sounds. What are you tired
being
for?
Relaxed.
You like her. You tired.
We were up early.
You was. I wasn't.
Yeah, we were up early. We had an early day.
How much you want to bet she sleeps? She went back to sleep again.
My mom.
Yeah, watch this. Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
You keep falling asleep. No, I'm not. Yeah, she said, no, I'm not.
She's sleeping good in there.
All right, y'all, that's it.
Okay.
Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.